expand on the existing protocol. I want to acknowledge the intellectual giants that have spoken before me. And I want to say that they have laid a very solid foundation for whatever I'll be saying. And because of time, I will just go to what I consider most crucial issues. For me, the driving force for war in Ukraine anywhere in the world has not changed in the last hundreds of years. It has always been three factors. Number one, fight for for resources. Two, for market. And three, for freedom of investment of surplus value. At the base of what is happening between Russia and Ukraine, at the base of what is happening even by China in Africa, are those three major issues. And they are still the driving force behind every action of what we now term national interest. What we call national interest today is a form of states, power elites, seeking out to have dominance within the international economic system. And it now manifests in different forms. And we are just seeing a manifestation of it. There is a power elite, a national, and that relates to what Prof said. There is a group of people, elites in every society, that have this so-called myopic definition of national interest. In other words, what can they do to maintain the dominance of their country over and above all other countries in the world? That is what is at the base of formation of NATO. That is what is at the base of what is even happening, even the consequence of Ukrainian action that Russia is reacting to. It's because of course, there was also some early group within Ukraine too that had this perception that their lot will be much, much better if they are allied with the West. And this thing does not exist in a vacuum. There are usually intellectual groups, for example, case in Ukraine, Land Corporation in America, Russian Academy of Science. At the base of these people, they are the people who create policies that ignite wars. For example, there is this idea that a nuclear war is winnable. That if they are able to get themselves into a strategic position, they will be able to fight a nuclear war and they will be able to win it and then their dominance over the world. For instance, if people don't understand why is NATO expanding, why is NATO expanding towards the east? It's about this dominance. It's about a winnable nuclear warfare. How does it happen? Take, for example, apostolic cruise missile that can travel at 6,100 kilometers per hour. With it can carry conventional warload. It can also carry biological warload. It can carry any form of weapon. But the important thing is that when you have force flight capability within a very shortest time that do not allow your enemy to react, then you stand a chance in quote of winning. And that is the driving force of NATO moving towards the east. For example,
thank you. Please, thank you. Thank you. Please, you are not answering my question. We have covered issues of the reason for the war, the processes.
Need to be hypersensitive to geopolitical interest. We must be able to define our interests in a way that we know that no country should rely on other country for its or under any condition based on goodwill of another state. In other words, what has been happening to us in Africa is that we have a leadership that is dependent on international capital, that is dependent on external forces. And that is why we are not able to look inward and develop a kind of elite class that I've been talking about that we have in the West, in Ukraine, in Russia. We have not been able to do that in Nigeria. What we had is what France now has called the comprador class that look elsewhere and not look inward. And that is why we remain where we are.